What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another Satisfactory video. My name is JawshyGG, and today we're going to dive more into Caterium here. There's a couple things we obviously have to do. Big one I want to get down to is the smart splitter, and to get down to that point, I need to do the AI limiter as well as well, I need to make 10 AI limiters, which we can come over here and we can take a gander. We can make a total of 8. So let's go ahead and make these real quick while we're just chatting, and I'll kind of tell you a little bit about what I've done off recording just to kind of get prepared for this video and the upcoming videos. So I, obviously, as you can tell, I have, Caterium and everything like that. So I do have a new little spot over here. If I could jump over all these darned conveyor belts. This is why I don't like to have conveyor spaghetti, but anyway, I have, as you can see right there, set up a lone smelter leading into a storage thing right there, just in case if anything happens and it starts backing up, which I really doubt it. And then the conveyor is coming along the side of that all the way down here to our little beautiful doohickey right here. And we'll let that build. I mean, I'm going to continue letting that build up, but the big reason why I want to do this is because if you look in the MAM research on the Caterium, there's the smart splitter and then there is the programmable splitter. The programmable splitter, I believe, is the one where you can actually program it to be like an overflow and everything. And I think the smart splitter might be mistaken on this, but I'll find out once I actually get it unlocked, which shouldn't take me too long. I only need to make 2 more of these. Let me just make 2. Well, I make more of the point being, it shouldn't be that difficult, that bad once we actually get these last 2 AI limiters made up. But the reason why I want to do this is I want to try to split the output for the plastic and rubber into the correct corresponding I guess shelving unit. So splits conveyor belts in 3. You can set a rule for each output to the side. So let's go ahead and do this, and then we'll make a couple more quick wire real quick so we can make another AI splitter to make this, because actually, like I said, this is kind of new technology, new type of thing for me, but it's pretty interesting to say the least. And it only requires 2 rotors, 2 reinforced iron, and 1 AI limiter. So let's go over here to our beautiful dude right here, and then we will grab this, and then we will invalid placement. I think we have to do okay, so let's do this first, where we bring out a conveyor to like right here. We'll do it like to right about here, and then we'll have it go up, and then now we can do this. And then what we'll do is we'll go into it and push E. Okay, so awesome. All right, so left output, none, none, and none. So that's basically it's going to pull in the rubber and the plastic. Obviously, it's just pulling in rubber right now because that's just the direction I guess it's going to go in. But we'll start off with the rubber, since the rubber I was going to do, actually I could do it that way where I take it underground, but it's whatever. So this one right here is rubber, this one right here is plastic. So let us do a conveyor from here. We'll spaghetti this up a little bit. Hope you guys are prepared for the spaghetti. I am. This is literally all this game is just nothing but spaghetti. Okay. So then that's going to go that way, and then the front output, center output, is going to be our I said plastic, so we'll do plastic for that one, and then our right output is going to be this one, and we're going to bring this bad boy over here, and then now we'll have this guy coming, so we need to go right there, so we'll have this guy coming down here, and then it's going to come, I guess, like right here, and we'll bring it up 1, and then we'll do that and have it go that way. And this will be, that's, curiously enough, I want to actually check to make sure. Thankfully, I only have that in there, so we'll do rubber. So I guess it's going from like this way, so that's going to be none, and then we'll do rubber on this one, and then rubber should start going that way. And now we have it split, and this is really what I've needed. But I honestly thought I wouldn't get the smart splitter until significantly later in the logistics terms under the milestones. But this is why I need to be a little bit more efficient with the MAM, and actually start doing stuff with the MAM. So that's actually something that I'm going to focus on right now. Is for the next couple of videos, I'll be focusing on building up our not building up, but finishing up what we can in the MAM, because many of you guys have been like, you really need to do the MAM, you really didn't do the MAM, and I agree, I do. So now you can see in the top right corner, we're onto the monorail. The monorail is obviously the second thing we have to finish up here. I haven't plopped anything in there. I did plop this down right here for our modular engines. We need 500 of these, so we need what, 350 more, not too shabby. And then of course we need heavy modular frames, which we are getting ever so slowly. I think it's the screws that's causing me the problems right there. So we do need to increase the output of our screws a little bit, as pretty much whenever we get the opportunity to. So let's take a gander here and make sure. So you can see, yep, you can see right here, it is splitting it appropriately. The rubber is going down one particular line and the plastic is going down the other, which is really, really convenient. And then hopefully the truck comes, drops more off, and then we do have, yep, right there, boom, looky there. So now, once the plastic is finished, I guess more rubber will come through, and then we'll go that way. I was actually contemplating, and the reason I didn't do this was because I just didn't want to build a new route for our tractor. I was contemplating on putting another truck station right there at the end of the Caterium line, and then just have the truck pick up the Caterium. But I'm too lazy to make another route. That one works perfectly fine. But anyway, so let's take a look at what other options are available in the MAM, because that is pretty much the term of this video. Because many of you guys have been like, you really need to do more of the MAM, and I'm like, I do. You're right, I do. So this right here requires 25 sulfur. Okay, this right here requires 100 black powder and 50 plastic. I think we can grab 50 plastic from in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go, beautiful. Okay, so we have 50 plastic. Now we just need to make our, it's actually in this one. We need to make our, what was it, black powder? That's what it was. Yeah, to make smokeless powder, and that basically unlocks a bunch of things too. So let's go ahead and, is there not a way to put that on? Oh, there's not, okay, that's fine. Of course, for me to know what I need sulfur and coal. So coal's not a problem. I can thankfully have plenty of coal down below, and we can go grab some of that in our other truck stop. But what I'm gonna do first, I'm gonna run over to our sulfur deposit over here that I have yet to put a miner on, and I'm likely going to do the same thing I did with the Caterium, where I plop down a miner, probably not right now, but in the near future, I'll plop down a miner over here with, and then just bring the ore themselves over here and kind of flow them into another point. But yeah, all right. And also I did finally kind of set up something right there, and I also had to add in a couple more coal generators, so I had to expand that out. Now I have a total of 6 water extractors and 16 coal generators, and I'm gonna this is pretty much just for this version. I don't like how it looks, so and then when we start the 1.0, I will make this look a lot nicer. So, and this whole pathway, I'm probably just going to connect it straight across rather than have it come out this way as well, and just fill all of that spot right there in with foundations. I'm not entirely sure yet, but yeah. This leads us over here to our sulfur deposits, which again, we really do need to set up the miners and everything to be able to be more efficient with our sulfur. But we are getting, you know, decent quantity of stuff, because I think this is a normal one. But we'll just kind of let those do their thing. That's 200 sulfur, but I could probably just set up a direct line basically from here to there with a foundation, but let's not worry about that right now. Just so y'all are aware, while I am over here just parachuting around doing my thing, I plan to be live tonight. which is June 29th, a little bit later tonight. So everything you see on this, in this road right now, just don't worry about it. So we need to make those. Okay, so we've done that. Let's go ahead and research that and see what this opens up for us. It just straight up says the rifle. Turbo rifle ammo, and then inflated pocket dimension, another +6 inventory slots. I do like that. Okay. I'm curious what this one unlocks. While it's probably not that important, let's just take a gander here. We need 50 of these over here. All right. Let's see what that check mark unlocks. Probably nothing important. Compacted coal and turbo fuel. Okay, cool. So the next one that we'll kind of focus on or work towards is, I have most of these unlocked. I just have these 4 that I need to unlock, which is a radio signal scanner, and then these other guys. Power slugs, I just have these last 2. Getting pretty close to that. We just need to, which these are just scannable objects, so I'm not, this one I think we'll, once we find a purple slug, we'll do it, but I think for this one I'm not too worried about it right now. Nutritions, I'm not worried about doing the inhaler. Mycelia, I still need to do the synthetic polyester fabric, which means I do need to get us some polymer resin, which is basically taking crude oil and turning it into fuel in that. So we'll figure that out when time goes. And then Caterium, as you can see, we have these right here that we still have to unlock. And then alien organisms, we're just down to that. So, all right. So the next big thing that we're gonna do here is we're gonna keep working on the sulfur and Caterium. More than likely, we're gonna work on this one. I'm actually really curious. This is Power Pole Mark III. Can handle up to 10 power lines when connected. Interesting. Do I have Mark II? I don't have Mark II, do I? I do. When did I get Mark? Oh, I guess I just unlocked Mark II. Huh. Can handle up to 7 power lines. Okay, that's interesting. I don't think it's a necessity as of right now, but it may be in the future. But the power switch is going to be beneficial. The supercomputer, I think, will be cool because it's probably going to be, actually not even probably, it's definitely going to be important that we get the programmable splitter, and then the curiosity of what this one is as well. So we need to unlock the high-speed connector, which requires 500 quick wire and 50 plastic, as well as the supercomputer, which requires 50 AI limiters, 50 of these high-speed connectors, and then 50 computers. So that'll take some time because really, as I'm moving through the MAM research, I'm more worried about getting all of this stuff in the top right finished. For the monorail train technology, we're going to need 50 computers, 100 heavy modular frames, 500 steel beams, and 600 steel pipes, which we're about halfway done with these heavy modular frames, which we have pretty much everything we need. Wait a minute. We're over halfway done. I just realized we have everything we need for that. We do need to grab some more steel pipes. Steel beams and computers, I think, are going to be the ones that I'm going to be struggling on the most because I don't actually know how many steel beams I have plenty of those. So it's that, and then of course steel pipes. So I think we're good. Let's go ahead and drop all this stuff off, and again, we'll probably just be waiting for computers. So we'll just go ahead and do. Okay, so now we're just waiting on the 50 computers. Once we finish the 50 computers, we'll get the monorail system done. And then while I'm down here, I'm going to go ahead and grab some more coal for the sulfur stuff. We're doing pretty good on coal. I will show you guys what I did over in the coal generator section here in a little bit. I'm more interested, like I said early on, in doing most of the MAM stuff that I can. Autosave is annoying. But let's take a look at sulfur. So for sulfur, we need, this one's going to require, I guess, the smokeless powder, 200 smokeless powder, 200 steel beams, and then 200 iron rebar. The smokeless powder requires, I thought it would be in here. I guess maybe it's in this one over here. Let's see. No? Must be blind. It must be in there, and I'm just blind. Oh, in the refinery. That's why. Okay, so we do need a refinery. We need the heavy residue. So let's go ahead and head over that direction, because I'm actually there's a couple other things that I want to accomplish here, because as you can see, we have the fuel generator now, which means we can actually set up some stuff. So let's make sure we have everything we need. We have copper sheets. We don't have everything we need to make the fuel generator. We can go ahead and grab some motors, rubber, and make some quick wire real quick. So we just need, no, those aren't the ones we need. We'll just keep those anyways. We need motors, not rotors. Common confusion. So we're pretty low on motors now. Interesting. Okay, so let's look at our motor, because earlier my motors were coming out pretty good, which is this one right here. That's requiring stators, which conveniently I had a bunch of stators backed up somewhere. Don't actually remember which one of these had stators backed up. Oh, it's over here. So this one right here has stators backed up. So in theory, we can do this, and then we can do this, and then bring it down here. This one? No, this one's making stators too. And this is sending our stators into this one right here, which in theory, what we really need to do is we really need to do this right here. So we'll bring this bad boy down here. Okay, like this, and then we will do this right here, and then we'll take it up to, conveyor belt is too steep. I guess we'll have to do it over here and then go up to, there we go. And then what I'm going to do here is, instead of putting those stators in there, I'm just going to have those stators go directly in there, and then we'll bring this down right here, and then right there. Look, it doesn't have to look perfect. It just has to operate appropriately. Like, you can see how many stators we were backed up just because of the fact that, I mean, this was actually doing its job. This was sending stators. This is actually why my steel pipes were so backed up over here, until of course I plopped these two down here in. Steel pipes are going to start slowing down here in a little bit. But for the most part, rotors or motors are going to be what's important to us right now. And of course, we have a decent amount of stators in here. So I guess the next thing, because we need 15 motors, it's going to require stators, and what is the other thing it requires? Stators and rotors. So we can probably just make some of the 15 real quick, so we're not, well, we could have, but oh wait, well, that's probably why right there. Okay, we'll just grab those and then just do this, and then kind of let that do its thing, and then we need stators, which we have plenty of. So let's make the rotors or the motors, because I need 15. All right, so we have everything we're going to need to make a fuel generator, and you can see we still have 14 computers left over. We have a lot of rubber. I'm not worried about rubber anymore. Well, I was never really worried about rubber. And I'm hoping it'd be really cool to have a. This is actually coming along pretty nicely too. I'm actually hoping to have something. Oh, and by the way, I also built a blueprint, the blueprint designer over there, and I don't know why I built it. So. Anyway, but I'm hoping to be able to get find another hard drive, and it gives me a better recipe for plastic. Because while plastic is beneficial and it does work out pretty well over here, it's just kind of it's a nuance more than anything. But anyway, so I was thinking about it on my way over here, and I have an idea. Instead of using both of these to make petroleum coke and then send that petroleum coke into the shop here, which you can see we've gotten 16, not including the little bit that we got prior to that I already used. The big reason why what I'm thinking about is I can instead turn this stuff into the smokeless powder that I need, and then send that residue, or basically not send that residue, but that would also require me to set up a constructor out here with the stuff that I need to build the what's it called? You know what I'm saying? To build up the to build this, which to build this it requires coal and sulfur. So in theory, what I'm going to end up having to do here is, I wish there was a way where this would load and unload at the same time, where it could potentially take whatever's in the tractor, but then again, I don't want that to happen. I don't know. There's a couple things that are just like, that I need to think about when it comes to this kind of stuff, because I want to build this fluid generator, but I don't want to I'm just trying to think of the I don't know. Maybe let's do this just for the time being, because this right here will create both oh no, because to turn it into fuel I have to use crude oil directly, which I would have to then take away, so I'm not worried about that. So let's not do that then. Let's do, because if I do this, it's just having to do this stuff for the black powder is kind of the struggle right now. Figuring out where I'm going to get basically how I'm going to get the black powder to basically formulate over here. So let's go ahead and get rid of all this stuff real quick. And I'm going to make this look a little cleaner. So we'll do production. We'll build a refinery. We're going to build the refinery let's do that. Actually, let's not do that. Let's build the refinery right here. I don't want it. Okay, what's doing that anyway? Okay, so we'll build the refinery right here and make sure that it's not like impacting. It's not impacting, so that's good. But we'll probably need to do it like that and bring it this way, and then we'll bring the piping out here and do that. Like that, and then of course we need to figure out how we're going to do that for the smokeless powder. Because again, to make the smokeless powder, we need to send it through an assembler with coal and sulfur. So to get coal and sulfur over here, not sulfur, black powder. To get the black powder, again, we need the sulfur and the coal. To get the sulfur and coal over here, there's a couple other things that we'll have to do. I'm actually curious. Let me see. It's not letting me use my scanner. I didn't change my scanner's keybind, did I? Resource scanner V. Yeah, I'm using V. Nothing's happening. There we go. Okay. Let's see if there's any coal nodes close to here. No, there's not. Okay. Are there any sulfur ones close to here? The closest one is that way. 1,100 miles away. 1,100 meters away. What about sulfur? No. Okay. So there's no good areas over here that would be beneficial for that. So what I might end up doing is just keeping this one doing the petroleum coke, and then because you can see the closest one is the one that we have over there, and then it just gets further and further out this way. So yeah, we'll figure it out from there. So let's go ahead and throw down our awesome sink again. And then we'll do this, and we'll grab the belt again, and then we'll just bring the belt out over here, away from the that thing, and then we'll grab our power. And then what I'll do is instead I'll find another coal node, and then I'm actually curious. Mark 2. Can I upgrade that? I can. I don't think that does anything in terms of like the power production and everything. Anyway, okay, that's not a problem. So I just want to make sure that we're not like quote unquote screwing ourselves in the long run just to try to figure things out. So if we can find, let me do this again. Let's look for another set of crude oil deposits, and see if there's any others like over in kind of like, why is that unlocked? I don't think I've ever been over there. What? See if there's any other crude oil. I'm sure there's other crude oil. I don't know. Like the map is gigantic, so it's gonna be hard to really get a good idea of where I'm supposed to be going and what I'm supposed to be doing here. So interestingly enough, it has not scanned much any other crude oil location. So maybe the crude oil locations are too far away. I don't know. That's very interesting. But I guess when I find another crude oil location or oil location, what I can do is I can go in and do a full-on like set up a refinery and the fuel generator there, and then kind of go that way. So let's head to the coal side. So another thing I'm thinking of is, should I change or put a constructor over here to change these ingots into quick wire? I don't think that Caterium ingots go to anything else. I don't know, like, if there's... So I want to wait for your guys' opinions on that, because if I end up turning all of those into quick wire and end up not having any Caterium ingots available, that could pose a little bit of a problem if it is that I need Caterium ingots for anything. So if you guys have any ideas or any suggestions on that, let me know, because I'm very curious about that. But what I want to show you guys down here is the reason why I'm not going to do it this way in when we do our 1.0. And you can kind of already see, because 4 of my generators are down because of the coal generation. Granted, though, it's probably mostly because of the coal aspect and not the water. For some odd reason, these just are not pulling enough coal in, and even if I fill them up, they do tend to run out of coal pretty quickly. So I do need to figure out that situation. I kind of have an idea, but I do have 2 power sources back here. And my whole plan is, in my 1.0 run through, when 1.0 finally drops and I start a new series on that, is I'm going to make this, for one, up here looks nice, up here looks fine, but it's not the it's not the like what you can see that really matters. It's what you can't see. It's the background of things that it matters to me. It is remarkably disgusting down here. But I do have multiple water extractors leading into multiple variations of pipes. None of them are leading directly into any source of anything. I do probably need to take this one off, but I think we have enough pipes and everything. But these conveyor belts down here, this one, these over here just don't seem to be pulling enough coal in. So I need to probably later on figure out what's going on with that and figure out why that's happening. But for the most part, I'm not too worried about it right now. Let's see. You can see the mess that is this entire situation up there. Maybe if I can jump up on this conveyor belt, I can kind of get an idea for what's going on. So these right here are really like, okay. Well, these right here are backed up, and it kind of looks like I could, in theory, just start moving stuff around, because you can see these are getting backed up. They're splitting off into multiple directions, and not much is going down that way. So I probably should send more that way, but it's all good. So I can edit the to-do list now and get rid of this fuel generator, because I'm not going to worry about it right now. I'm going to do that probably whenever I find a better spot for it. Or maybe I'll do it somewhere over there anyway, but find a different like oil outlet, because I don't want to end up changing anything with my with any of my other stuff. So yeah, let's see how the computers are going. We're waiting on just the circuit boards. Okay, how are the circuit boards coming along? We need plastic. Well, there you go. You got some plastic now. So as mentioned, this video is mostly going to be aimed at like working more within the MAM. I guess the next thing we can kind of start looking at here is this bad boy. So we need 500 quick wire and 50 plastic, which we don't have 50 plastic, but we can get 500 quick wire. That's not a problem. Okay, so now that we have the 500 quick wire and 50 plastic, let's go ahead and start the research on this bad boy real quick. Boom. That unlocks our supercomputer here, which requires 50 AI limiters, 50 of those high impact computers, which I believe are probably going to be in this one right here. No, they're both going to be in the other one. Okay. Minimize you, minimize you, minimize you. Let's see. Minimize you right here. So high-speed connectors require 56 quick wire, 10 cable, and 1 circuit board per 1 high-speed connector. For the supercomputer, we're going to need 50. Sulfur-wise, we can start working on this as well. We just need, well, we can't start working on this until we can get our black powder stuff, or our smokeless powder stuff set up. So that's going to be something we'll have to work through as well. Let's take a look at see if there's any more crude oil locations available other than just these two over here, kind of closer to where we're currently at. Not closer, but maybe over in this area. Maybe there's some coal and sulfur over in those areas as well. I wonder if I'm in the map, it won't ping them properly. So let's just do this and kind of give it a second. Let's see. What can I actually... Okay. So there's a lot of crude oil over here. What about coal? Okay, forgot I gotta wait. Okay, so there's coal. There's coal right there? I think those were the coal nodes I was trying to go find, but I couldn't reach. I'm not seeing any coal nodes pop up in this direction over here, but I think sulfur basically to our north, and there is one to our east as well over by the coal. So there's a coal and a sulfur node kind of like right here next to each other. Crude oil up here. A couple crude oils up there. I don't know. We'll have to figure out what we're gonna do here, because I don't know. right, so I think we're good on plastic in here. We have 168, so let's start throwing all of our plastic in there. And we'll throw our computers in there. Kind of keep that rolling until we can get the monorail system. So we've gotten as much done with the MAM that I can think of right now. Of course, quartz, I mean, we can go find some quartz and do that stuff, but I'll save that one for a little bit later. But I think, I'm trying to think of the next best step to take here. I think that's pretty much it for this. Oh, excuse me. I think that's pretty much it for this video. What I'm going to do, I'm going to be streaming tonight. Likely on my stream, I'm going to be going into the northeast region. Okay, so that's going to be the objective here for the stream this evening, is going northeast, attempting to access the pure coal node, and then set up more places for crude oil. Of course, there's a couple other things that we have to be mindful of. Number one, really going to have to do something here with the Ethereum. So I might get opinions tonight whenever I go live on stream to see what the viewers there think would be beneficial. Once we get the monorail system set up, what the best maneuver and method to be able to kind of build that up. Because really the next one that we're going to be doing is going to be the Pipeline Engineering 2.0 or Mark II. That one's pretty affordable, and the jetpack will be the last thing we do because we do need to get some packaged fuel, which requires fuel, which is made through turning our heavy oil residue into fuel. So that won't be too difficult, but we'll need to get what was I doing? But we need to make some empty canisters, which really won't be that expensive. It'll just require some plastic, and we can pretty much do most of that stuff over there in the at the residue place. But we do need 50 of that and 100 plastic, as well as 50 motors, which we're not too far from. So I think, in theory, over the next couple of videos, we should be done with Tier 6, all the milestones within Tier 6. Of course, finishing up this right here is going to take the longest because, again, the adaptive control unit is, I mean, 2 computers, 2 heavy modular frames, 10 circuit boards, and 15 automated wiring. And we have to make 100 of these, so that's 200 computers. That's a lot of resources, and each computer takes a significant amount of resources as well. So, I mean, there's a lot we have to do. There's a lot of per case situations. I mean, that's 10 circuit boards per computer. We need 20 circuit boards per one of the adaptive control units, just for the computers. So, yeah, I think, I mean, I could always just buy circuit boards. I mean, look at this. How much is a circuit board? 200 circuit boards cost 3 tickets. Is it wrong of me to buy the circuit boards because I'm too lazy to make them? I can get 100 smokeless powder for one. I'm trying to avoid using this, but I think it's okay. We have 17 coupons. Granted, we do need to buy other things from here finish up buying all this stuff. Probably not all of it, but finish up buying as much of it. I do need to start. I do want to start buying and getting the street lights and everything like that. Management, let's see, foundations. I don't have concrete foundations unlocked yet. Interesting. Architecture. I do have concrete pillars, but I don't have the actual concrete foundations. Yes, I do. Right here. I'm dumb. It's fine. just had to look a little bit further, because these only take 2 plastic rather than 2 concrete rather than taking any iron plates. And of course, I still want to buy the boombox. Like, who doesn't want to buy the boombox? there's just a lot of things to kind of look into with this, but I think that's going to cut this video. I truly do appreciate all of y'all's support watching it and everything. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys have had a good weekend so far. I'll see you guys tonight on stream. If you guys want to join in, more than welcome to. More than excited to have another stream to play around on. Let's see, Quex got Quex again. Thank you so very much for being a patron. If you want to support the channel by more than just subscribing, you can join our Patreon. It's links down in the description below. It's $4 a month, and it goes back into the community through giveaways and things of that nature. Yeah, with that being said, if you have not already and you're coming back, there's about 58% to 60% of you aren't subscribed. If you're coming back to rewatch videos, why not just hit that subscribe button? It's a huge way of helping the channel continue the growth. We're still aiming for 500 subs by August 1st. I think we can do it. It's only just over 100 subs, 130 subs, just under 130 subs in about a month. So a lot of grinding to do. Make sure to share the videos out with your friends. Also, like the video if you did enjoy it. If you didn't enjoy it, leave a comment down below. Let me know what I could do differently to make these videos more enjoyable for you guys. Hopefully you like these more edited down the videos and enjoy some of the funny little moments that we do here. But yeah, with that being said, thank you guys again so very much for watching. Truly do appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.